Hello, I'm Wesley, and I'm here to talk about secret, yeah? Secret is one of the things I have no words to describe. How is so powerful? The secret is one of the best things I've known in all my life, yeah? It's some years ago, yeah? What I didn't know the secret. All my life was so bad, yeah? All my objectives, I had no idea how to get, yeah? I had no idea how to improve anything I wished to learn, to get. I had no idea, because I wasn't in the correct way. I wasn't in the correct way. And I hadn't anything to think about. I hadn't any way to get the things I was wishing, yeah? And the things to me was so hard, yeah? The things to me was so hard because when you cannot see any way to get your objectives, when you cannot see the way of one easy way to get the things you're thinking about, the things you're wishing, yeah? You think that is impossible, yeah? This only happened good to me. This only became to me one of the best things to me when I started to know about the secret, yeah? To me, talk about the secret, I have to be careful because there are many people that believe that the secret is one line. This is not one line, yeah? You have to know how to apply the secret, how to use the secret, yeah? The secret is one thing that you have to know how to use, yeah? And you cannot say that is not truth. You cannot say that is impossible. You cannot say that it isn't true, yeah? Because it's not, it's true. Because like your thoughts, every thought that is passing in your mind every moment, you're attracting the thing that is passing in your mind to yourself, yeah? You're attracting every thought, everything, every image you have inside your head. Every image, every photo that you captured before, yeah? You're attracting to yourself. And you make this with your thoughts, yeah? I'll tell you some history right now about the secret, how I've learned about it. And one way that I used it, first time I used the secret to prove that it was real or was untrue, yeah? And I was for about I'm 21 right now. I was for about 17 years old. And I wanted so much a girlfriend, yeah? And one girlfriend to me was my objective, was my idea, yeah? And I started to think, oh my God, how can I get one girlfriend, yeah? And I knew the secret, yeah? And I started to make the good ways, yeah? Of a secret left to use, yeah? To see if this really happens, yeah? And I started to attract. I started to imagine inside my mind every moment one beautiful girl by my side, yeah? One beautiful girl, and I hadn't only the images, but the feeling of that girl by my side, yeah? The feeling was so important to me. I got to feel exactly the same feeling I have, yeah, the girl without have. For example, if I'm feeling, I close my eyes right now, yeah, and I start to think something I'm wishing for, yeah. So I start to thinking something I want, and these appear in my mind, yeah. And I feel how I have this in this moment, but I don't have it yet, yeah? But I feel, yeah, this feeling is the law of attraction, yeah? This feeling makes part of a law of attraction. Because this feeling will send the message to the universe that brings it back to you. For example, so I was attracted. Every moment thinking, closing my eyes and say, oh, I want a girlfriend. Yeah, one of the best things about The Secret too is say what do you want, not what you don't want. For example, I cannot say, I'm so bad because I'm alone, I have no girlfriend. No, you have to say what you want. I said I wanted a beautiful girlfriend. I want in the present, yeah? I want a beautiful girlfriend. I want a beautiful girlfriend until 30 of this month, yeah? Until 30 of this month, about the day, yeah? And I was giving the message to the universe. And I'm here to say you what was the thing that happened to me the 2 or 3 weeks later wasn't incredible, yeah? And suddenly some girl appeared to me, yeah? Suddenly one girl appeared to me from my job, yeah? I called to one client and she has been touched to me by my voice, yeah? And this caused one impact to her, yeah? And we started to talk to each other, yeah? At the same time, yeah? I wished to the universe, yeah, to have one girlfriend 30 days, yeah, before, yeah, 30 days since the first day I was wishing, yeah? And it was about 15 to 20 days I were attracting, yeah? And this girl appeared in my life, yeah? So suddenly I started to think to her every night, yeah? I started to talk to her every night too, yeah? And I started to be and to feel happiness inside my heart. And The Secret says to you, when you feel, yeah, it more and more happy, you attract this fastly, yeah? More faster than whatever, yeah? And I started to think, I started to feel better, I started to believe in it, I started to believe that this girl would be my girl, yeah? And I got this girlfriend, yeah? It was incredible. Every person have to make the experience to the first time, yeah? To the universe shows to you that it's really true, yeah? And everything, you have no one thing to say. I have no one thing to say to you that is impossible. Anything is impossible. If you believe that is impossible, every time will be impossible. If you believe that is possible, anything will be possible to you, yeah? Will be possible. You create yourself, you create your life, you create everything that is passing in your mind. You only make this with your thoughts. It's simple as that. Believe, yeah? Search, yeah? Look for The Secret and later talk to me. Write me, yeah? You'll see my accounting here. Write to me, make some experience. On one experience, only to know, yeah, know the secret first, yeah, search the internet site of a secret, learn, yeah, the parts, the ways of getting better, yeah, the